I Hear America Singing by Walt Whitman. The very famous American poet Walt Whitman was born in New York in 1819, and after his eventful literary life, literary and political life, he died in 92. He has enacted several roles to earn his living as a clerk, as a printer, teacher, journalist, and a writer. A person fond of traveling, he loved to traverse the busy streets of New York, and soon after that, he started writing Leaves of Grass. Even though he followed his father's business as a carpenter and as a builder, he turned to writing as a full-time profession later on. He has, to his credit, several poems other than Leaves of Grass, particularly the very famous ones like "Oh Captain, My Captain," or "When Lilacs Last in the Dooryard Bloomed," or "Thus Dust Was Once the Man," and all these are dedicated to Abraham Lincoln on his death. So, in this particular poem, I Hear America Singing, we can see that there is a democratic, patriotic, as well as musical tinges to the poem, wherein the poet dwells on the harmony, the unison that every individual contributes to in the development and the history and the unity of the nation America. So the poem goes on as I hear America singing the varied carols I hear. So the first line itself denotes the musicality of the unity of America as a nation, as one nation, single nation, even though it is a collection of different states far and wide. The varied carols, each person contributes to the formation of the nation, that feeling of nationness, through his or her own living, occupation, and attitudes. So the poet says, I hear America singing, and he can hear the varied carols. And who all are singing? One is that of the mechanic. Each of the mechanic singing, as singing here is not merely singing as in music, but carrying out his occupation in a very joyful and strong manner. Or the carpenter, who is singing or who is joyful in carrying out his occupation as he measures his planks or beams and working out on the pieces of wood. The carpenter, in joyful moments, he contributes to the unity of America. Or the mason, who is singing as he makes himself ready for work or as he leaves to work. The joy that he feels contributes to the Americanness. Or coming to the boatman, singing what belongs to him in his boat, the boatman enjoying his work. Or the deckhand, the person who does sort of jobs on the floor of the ship, singing on the deck of a steamboat. Or the shoemaker, as he sits on the bench and makes his shoes or cobbles on, he sings and he is joyful. Or the hatter, the person who makes and sells hats, singing as he stands doing his work. The woodcutter's song, the plowboy's song on the way to their workplace, or at noon intermissions, lunch intervals, or at sundown. The delicious singing of the mother, the mother taking care of the children or cooking for the children or taking care of the home, housekeeping, and the joy that she feels, the delicious music of the mother, or the delicious music of the young wife at work, or of the girl sewing or washing. You can see that the different references to diverse occupations and people from several walks of life, all of them, if they carry out their works in a joyful and pleasant manner, in a delightful manner, each singing what belongs to him or her and to no one else. Okay, everybody, if they are complacent and satisfied and happy and joyful, staying strong in the standpoints that they have, just like the day does what belongs to it. And at night, the party of young fellows who are so robust and enjoying in the company of their friends, carrying out camaraderie, singing with open mouths their strong melodious songs. In all these varied carols, he can see or hear America singing. So the poet stresses on the fact that no nation can remain as an island if people do not have the sense of unity. The people will contribute to the feeling of oneness and nationness if they carry out their works and if they live their life each moment happily and strongly with strong convictions. This execution of sovereign dignity of each man and woman contributes to the inherent feature of America as a strong nation. So by using a lot of poetic images, okay, the images particularly of the auditory images of music, that is carol and singing, and the visual images of mechanics, carpenters, masons, shoemakers, woodcutters, all these people at work, with a lot of alliterations and a lot of adjectives that are joyful and blithe and singing happily, the poet sketches out what contributes to the strength of a nation.